Good morning, my friends. How's it going? It's Yautja here. And today I'm apparently going to be your current affairs correspondent because there's a few things I want to talk about. Although I have to start, so I did start this commentary off with a laugh because I did it again. I got halfway through this commentary and then I moved, pulled up my microphone wire and realised it wasn't actually plugged in. Again. Yeah, it's just the stupid things I do. This is the this is the Mr. Bean lifestyle I tend to live, so yeah, take what you will from that. Oh, I'm sorry guys. Right, first thing I want to talk about, basically the gameplay, obviously. Now it is a 9-minute gameplay, and that's because when I was trying to cut the quieter parts out, so to speak, it just, it wouldn't let me. It kept cutting out the wrong parts, the parts I didn't want it to. The program just basically completely spazzed out, so I sincerely apologise, and just when it comes to the boring bits, just go and make a cup of tea, or send flirty texts to the missus, or whatever. I mean, don't send flirty texts to somebody else's missus. You get yourself in trouble. Anyway, so yeah, let's move on. Right, now a man who basically killed a stranger with a single punch. This guy was sentenced to jail. This guy called Lewis Gill, and he only got 4.5 years, which I think we'll all agree is a joke. So luckily his sentence is going to be reviewed. Now let me give you a bit of background to this if you haven't read it. The guy he killed was basically a guy with Asperger's. Now what Asperger's is, when you have Asperger's, you're a very special person. You're a very unique person. You're smarter than most people, but you like things in a certain way. You like your routines. You have your special little ways, basically. And if anyone has ever seen The Big Bang Theory, when I think of somebody with Asperger's, I think of Sheldon, because he exhibits many of the, I won't say symptoms, but many of the characteristics of having Asperger's syndrome. Now, how do you know so much about Asperger's, Yautja? Well, I'm not going to bring my family into it, but a family member of mine has it, so I know quite a bit about it. And in fact, I think I probably might even have it, although I've never been diagnosed, because when I was at school, I was just considered a naughty child rather than. All right, anyway, let's move on. So I do know a bit about it. And basically, what happened was the guy who killed him he was cycling on a pavement, which you all know you're not supposed to do after a certain age, don't we? Yeah. So anyway, the guy who was killed, he pointed it out to this guy because, as far as he was concerned, he wasn't supposed to be doing that, and that was his logic. So, anyway, long story short, an altercation ensued. They parted, thought it was done, and a guy came back and basically punched him in the face. He hit his head on the pavement and died. And yeah, it's disgusting. I was outraged by it for obvious reasons, because if somebody tried to do that to my family member, then yeah, your boy Yautja, I would actually go full actual hunter and I'd hunt this guy down, but that's just me. Now I want to move on to something a little bit more positive. I want to give a shout out to Lance Corporal Simon Maloney of the Blues and Royals Regiment. Now what happened with him? He was in Afghanistan. He was on a rooftop providing cover and providing shout outs, basically. MLG legit. Anyway, he took a sniper round in the neck, and he thought he had got his arse free. He thought he was done. He thought that was it, and I'm going to meet the Almighty. So what I'm going to do, instead of laying down, I'm going to carry on, do my job for my boys. The guys in his regiment, try and save their lives, and he did. Anyway, so it turned out he was okay. He didn't actually nick his artery. Excuse me, I've still got a sore throat. I'm carrying on. I'm trying to do my best here. And he was awarded the Conspicuous Gallantry Cross for bravery. So well done, fella. We appreciate everything you guys do over there. Well, us right-minded people do anyway. So, while I'm at it, I want to give a big shout out as well to the friends of mine in the Prince of Wales Royal Regiment. I hope you're all keeping safe. Whoever's over there. I'm praying for you every day. I'm praying for you guys. So yeah. Enough about that. Enough about that. Right, now, of course, I want to go back to our Missing Airline. Now, there's a headline here. I'm reading some news from my phone now. I'm sort of doing it as I go, so just bear with me. Now, the headline is, Missing Malaysian jet debris, and this is inverted commas, debris may have sunk. Yeah, really? Yeah, thanks for that, geniuses. We're so glad that you know the media here to tell us these things, that stuff may have sunk in the ocean. And for crying out loud. What's going on here? I'm so glad people pay their Sky subscription fees for headlines like that. You know, where would we be without Sky News to tell us that stuff sinks in an ocean? And again, it just comes back to my opinion where it's not shit like this isn't helping. You know, it's not news. This is no news. You know, and it's news reported in such a way that it's not a case of no news is good news, because it's not good news. Because all you're doing is you're reporting negative crap. So anyway, they've got search planes out. The Australians have got a P3 Orion. You know, that's a pretty impressive piece of hardware, as is the US Navy's P8 Poseidon, which are also taking a search of the area. And I'm sure they're probably using everything they can as well. I don't know whether they're using satellites to do a satellite sweep. Maybe that would pick up a bit more. I did hear somewhere that maybe they were considering doing a sonar sweep, but of course that takes time, because a sonar sweep basically involves going up and down in a pattern, similar to the way that you and I would mow a lawn, and because it only has a very sort of narrow, how can I put it, narrow ping area, so to speak. So all right, so anyway, that was your current affairs correspondent for today. Yeah, this is another one of those gameplays where it wasn't particularly impressive, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And I don't usually get a lot in the way of gameplay on this map because, I mean, yeah, look at it. I don't know why everyone votes this map. It's garbage. Only the snipers vote this map, in my opinion. Because it's just one of those maps where, it takes so long to get anywhere. If you're killed and you're spawned like right in this arse end of the map here, it just takes forever to get anywhere. And by the time you got there, everyone's moved. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. Of course I haven't. Why would anybody move? I mean, look, this guy, he was constantly there by that tree. Yeah, why would you move? Don't do things like moving. I don't buy a game to move. What the hell? So I'm gonna get. He's appeared. I'm gonna get another death here, which is one of those games where I was close to quitting it, but I stayed in it. Yeah, so I don't know why. I think it's going to come to an end pretty soon. So, it was a good game in the end, but it was one of those games where I was close to just saying, nah, screw this crap, basically. Oh dear. Anyway. So I sort of got the gaudy Christmas jumper. This is an old gameplay, as you can see by the camo. So that's what I had on my hard drive, and trying to make some room for Titanfall next week. So hopefully I'll be able to get that and play it, budget allowing, of course. Alright guys, that's me for the day. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe, and bear in mind that I've got a sore throat as well, so I was struggling a bit. Anyway, have a good weekend. Enjoy whatever you do, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Yautja's out. Peace. Take care.